Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I was admiring the light. It's really bright. How are you?
Some good lighting. I'm doing well. Thank you for spending some time with us here this afternoon. We really appreciate it here as we get ready to kick off the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series playoffs. We'll go straight into questions for you, and we will start things off with Marty Sikla. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Sam. Hey, Ben, thanks for the time and congratulations on making it to the playoffs once again. First off, real quick, have you ever raced at IRP before?
Never have I ever.
All right. I know Crafton has raced a lot here in a truck and Eckes has some ARCA experience. How do you approach them for advice?
Uh, Crafton very carefully. He's a grumpy old guy. No, I'm just joking. Crafton and both Eckes have been really good assets for me. But I tell you, the biggest asset so far has been my engineer, Anthony Sergi. He was able to get his late model together, his super late model, and bring it up there. And he was testing for the race that's following our race the next day. And I was able to jump in, run some laps, practice his car for him, and get some experience. And that was super, super helpful. You know, talking to people is great, but everybody experiences things differently and different perspectives. But you can't beat firsthand experience. So big thank you to my crew chief, Rich, and Anthony, of course, for getting the car ready and running some laps. I think that's just, that's huge for me.
You're in a new situation entering the playoffs. Of course, you're trying to defend your championship. Does the mindset change knowing, hey, I've done it, let's do it again. I want to keep my hardware.
Yeah, mindset's changed actually the whole year. I feel really comfortable now, even when things aren't going well. I feel comfortable. I just feel like I've got a better clarity of what's going on around me. And like, you know, we haven't had the best races the past 8 or 9 races, and the confidence from last year has allowed me and my whole team really to stay calm, cool, collected, and know that we're yeah, the races haven't been going the way we want, but we're still right where we need to be. It's a clean slate now for the playoffs. And last year, it was pretty much the same thing that we're doing now, almost to a T. It's like we're following the plan unwillingly in some ways, but it's happening again. And we're just staying happy and keeping calm.
I got a couple more, but I'm going to move to the back of the queue for this. So if I don't talk with you, good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right, we will go next to Matt Weaver. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Ben, thanks for taking some time today. Couple for you. Do you ever have a plan going into the Truck Series playoffs, and does the plan ever go according to plan, or is it ever a bit the crapshoot that it kind of looks like every year?
There is no plan. Yeah. Really no plan, and I don't really try to follow a plan, I guess. There's goals, but really not a plan. I can say that I think this first round we need to finish in the top 10 in all the races, and if we do well enough on the stages, we should transfer. The next round we need to be in top fives in the stages and finish top fives in the races to transfer. So we have goals, we have an understanding of what we need to do, but I can't say there's really a plan in place. Whenever we make a plan, no matter if it's playoffs or not, or a race where we're fast or not, the plans go out the window immediately. It's kind of like that Mike Tyson saying of everybody has a plan until they're punched in the mouth. And it's kind of like you have a plan until the green flag drops.
So if you get this done again, I imagine, 2 championships back to back or even bigger than the first one. Can you top the post-race scene and celebration from last year? Are we going to aim for hard liquor maybe? I mean, what would that scene look like?
Yeah, 100%. Actually, I've already got plans for the next time we win. I plan on winning again. I just don't know when that'll be. I hope this year. I've got plans to, believe me, I'm working on things right now that would enhance our celebration. I didn't get to celebrate as hard as I wanted because turns out there's responsibilities when you win things, which, two-time Ben will not have a care for responsibilities at that point. Two-time Ben is going to be having a care for his celebration and his libations and living the moment to the extreme. So, yeah, I'll be even more fun. Party for everybody. Come and join me.
One more for you, actually. You kind of piqued my interest there, talking about turning bunch of laps in a Sergi super late. So I'm curious. I mean, we've seen you in a late model stock in your early days. Could we ever see you in a super late? Would you and Sergi like to get together and maybe do a race at some point?
That would be really fun. Really, really fun. That's, gosh, I mean, something down the road, I'd say. I can tell you that Anthony and all of our guys really are working so darn hard on the truck program right now. He hasn't even had time to race himself on the super stuff. So if there was an opportunity going forward, I would love an opportunity, maybe not with Sergi, just because any free time he gets, he deserves to run his own car. Because I mean, gosh, he's worked so hard on the trucks this year. I want to see him have the opportunity to run his own stuff. So if there was an opportunity out there, I would certainly take anybody up on it. I thought the Supra was so much fun. That was my first time ever driving one, and gosh, I had a blast. So yeah, I'm all for it. Anything with wheels that I can get an opportunity to drive, I want to do it. You just have to get the opportunities. That's the hard part. So like running the midget races that I had done with Toyota. Oh, I was in heaven. It was so much fun, and I can't wait for the next one. So I'm just like, hey, Toyota, please put me in, coach. Give me some more races here. Anything I can get, I'm all for it.
10-4. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go next to Brian Nino.
Hello, Ben. My name is Brian from Argentina. My question are two. What expectation do you have for IRP?
Gosh, I would love to say that our expectation would be, running in the top 5 in a win. I would love to get a win at IRP. It's the T Sport 200. So Thor Sport is directly involved with that race and promoting their new line of upfitted trucks, I should say, that are sold at dealers. We got a new sponsor, Dano Seasoning, on board for that race. So, I mean, the pressure to win is great, but I can't say that there's an expectation to win. I guess that's kind of a different thing. I think really we just need to go out and have a good, solid showing and have some good, tough racing that shows that we have speed. Even if we finish 5th, 10th, whatever, we need to go out there and put on a performance. We need to go out there and have some really, really good speed. But I can tell you, talking to my team, we do not want to finish any worse than 10th place. And we really don't want to run outside of the top 10 for the stages either.
What racetrack do you think you could win in the playoff?
IRP certainly there. IRP, Richmond. I mean, Talladega is really anybody's show. I prefer the short tracks myself. I'm not a big fan of some of these 1.5 miles that we go to. That seems to be actually one of the places that we seem to be struggling with more this year is the intermediate tracks. So short tracks are for Ben. Intermediate tracks, not for Ben.
Thanks, Ben. Good luck in the playoff and good luck in the short track.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hamma.
All right, we are going to go to the chat for a question now from Chris Knight. I'll read it. With an average finish of 17th over the past 8 races, how does your Thor Sport racing team circle back to the top 10 average finish in the first 8 races throughout the playoffs? Was there an agenda to try different experiments to find more speed since you captured the win on the Bristol dirt?
I didn't need to hear that stat. I can tell you that much. That's a terrible stat. Gosh, I wish that didn't exist, but it does. No, none of us really wanted to finish that bad. We've had a couple of good races in there that saved the stat from being like 30th, but for the most part, yeah, terrible races the last 8 or 9. And the key now is to not focus on it going forward and just know that it's a clean slate. So there's really no pressure going forward now. Everybody talks like there is, but I felt like there was more pressure the last several weeks trying to maintain what we had, stop the bleeding, and, get us a top 1 or 2 in the regular season to get those bonus points. Now it's all behind us. So yeah, that's not good. We weren't really trying anything that I think was special that would cause us to run that bad, really. So that's, I wouldn't say concerning, but just part of it. The good news is that our teammates have been very fast. We've all kind of come to the racetrack with different setups. So we have really good resources around us at Thor Sport Racing to increase the speed and get better finishes. And I know that's what we're focused on right now. So it should just come to pass. I'm just willing it into existence.
All right, we will go next to Matias Emmanuel Viana. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Ben. I am Matias Viana. My question is, what circumstances can harm you on a track that you know as Indianapolis Raceway Park?
So I think the big thing about Indianapolis Raceway Park or Lucas Oil Raceway Park is, for me, what I learned at my late model test was controlling your line and knowing where you need to be on the track to adjust the handling of your race truck. Since it does have that progressive banking, it's very line sensitive, and making sure that my crew chief and I both have an understanding of what I'm doing on the track so that we adjust accordingly. So those circumstances, I think, make a difference. And also, I think passing could be difficult if you don't know how to do it. So I need to make sure that we've got a plan together on what it looks like to pass, and we have a truck that's able to run multiple roofs so that we can make those passes. I have not a clue where we'll start. I have not a clue what our speed will look like, but as long as we have top 5 speed, I know we can run in the top 5 all night long. My pit crew is good enough. My team's good enough. And we just got to unload with some good speed. But the circumstances of the banking, that'll make a difference all night long on the handling and how you race at one another.
Which short track do you like the most on the route of 10 in the playoff of the NASCAR tracks?
Well, that's a better question, or I got a better answer after I go through those tracks. Wherever I finish the best, I suppose, since we're just counting the points right now. If Martinsville, though, could be in, if Martinsville could be in the next round, not the round of 10, but the next round, the round of, I guess that's what, 8, 6, then I would be happy with that. Martinsville is a really good track for us historically. I feel like we go to Martinsville and we run good, even though it's rough and aggressive. We find a way to just manage our stuff and be in the right place. And we've had great finishes there over the years. So I would love to see Martinsville in the playoffs. I missed it being in the playoffs.
Thanks, champion 2021 of the Truck Series. Great. Have a good luck and a great weekend in the Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right, and we'll go back quickly to Marty for a follow-up.
All right, thanks, Sam. So Ben, I want to ask, you've been in the series since 2016. Do you want to move up to Xfinity next year, stay with ThorSport? I know you're focused on the playoffs, but what would you like to do next season?
Well, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I haven't talked to anybody. I know Duke and Rhonda. The reason I'm racing right now is from Duke and Rhonda Thorson believing in me, and we're racing for championships, so it doesn't get much better than that. I don't necessarily see like Xfinity as like a move up, as a lot of people say. I think the competition in the Truck Series is way tougher than Xfinity right now. I feel like the Truck Series is a super deep field. I mean, we ran like 19th at Pocono this weekend just because we were a little off. Like, the field is absolutely stacked, and I think a lot of fans see that too. So winning a championship right now in the Truck Series, winning a race in the Truck Series is no small feat, and it takes an absolute powerhouse of a team to do it. So I'm 100% happy where I'm at with ThorSport. I have zero reason to look outside anywhere else. And, Duke, Rhonda, and everybody there have become like family for me over these years. So hard to turn your back on family.
One more thing, following up on Matt's question about the conference. I saw what NASCAR tweeted when you said you were a goober, but I got to ask, have you seen what NASCAR Chasm has posted yet?
I haven't seen a thing. I'll
Okay.
tell you what, I've been going from room to room here, and whatever's been put on Twitter is going to be news to old Ben.
Get ready. All I'll say is get ready. You got
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Can't wait for the reaction. Good luck, bud. Thank you.
Thanks for the fair warning.
And thank you so much for chatting with us this afternoon. Good luck in the playoffs.
All righty. Well, thank you all. Nice to chat with you guys.